Welcome back to another game of 7-Point Highlander. Today I'm Jonah playing an 8-point Sultai list where I want to use the sweet cantrip and remove package from Demir with a splash of green for my favorite cards like Grist, Oko and Deathray Shaman.
And I'm Leo playing Grixis Midrange. We're essentially doing the same thing as our Sultai counterpart, except where we have the red removal instead. Now this is the boogeyman of the format. We're playing a blue mirror. So strap in, this is going to be a long one.
Get ready for the next battle.
So
looks like you're on Molder 6.
Yeah, I'm on a Molder 6. And I'm not too sure who's on the play yet. I assume it's me. I play my land for turn, which I'm going to crack straight away. Play Dream of Oil and Steel. Or Steel and Oil, which essentially allows me to look at your hand and exile a creature card from it. So we will choose Fairy Mastermind on a pass to go.
Okay, so I'm going to play a fetch land and pass.
Alright, so I want to pay 2 life here, going to 17, Git Probe, have a look, and I see that you drew a Force of Will for your turn. That's a good card to know about. Play a tap Steam Vents, and I'll pass the turn.
Yeah, 2 life was well worth it for that one unknown card. Usually I wouldn't be playing that off. But end of your turn, I will surveil a Ponder to the bin, and then we'll go to my turn. I'll play a Sunken Ruin, filter land, and pass.
Alright, I'll draw for turn, and I'll play a Wood Foothills, and looks like the draw go game has started. Pass turn.
Okay, so end of turn, my first action is to cling to dust, targeting your land. I just want to cycle a little bit, cantrip a little bit.
Yep.
Go to my turn.
Fair enough.
And play a land and pass.
Alright, I'm going to start my turn with a Brainstorm.
I don't want to see that. I'm going to show you a counter spell to your Brainstorm.
Alright. Oh, so that was at the end of your turn, sorry. I guess we still have actions. I'm going to crack this fetch land here. Find a tropical island. Go to 16. And yeah, that was my turn. That was in your turn. Go to my turn. I'm going to play a Mystic Sank. I have 3 islands now. So trigger, put Brainstorm back on top of my library, and simply pass the go.
Fetch at the end of your turn. We'll go down to 18. We're going to find another Surveil land, green-black here. Have a look-see. Not bad. Leave it on top, and we'll draw into it. We just want to get rid of all of the known cards out of our hands here. Basic Island. The 3 mana. Drop a Grist.
Which will
met with a force of
illegally met with a Force of Negation, and which I take back very quickly.
Yeah, luckily Grist is a creature on the stack, a creature spell on the stack, not a legal target. Okay, so we'll take up Grist, make an insect, pass the turn.
And at the end of your turn, I'm just going to cling to dust. You'll cling, cycle a bit, draw. We'll think about what we want to do here on our turn. Fumbling with our lands a bit, and we'll play a Ledger Shredder, and then we'll play a Brainstorm, get a Connive trigger. Let's chuck this bauble in the bin, grow the Ledger Shredder into a 2/4 flyer. Let's resolve our Brainstorm, good old Brainstorm. We decide to put these 2 cards back. One of them was a Reanimate, play a land, pass the turn.
Alrighty, so Grist versus Ledger Shredder. Well, Grist has ticked up last turn, so it can down tick this time to sack the Pest to destroy Ledger Shredder. We'll play a fetch land and pass with all of our mana untapped again.
Alright, 5 mana versus 5 mana. I'm on 16 life. I'm going to start my turn with a Ponder. Let's have a look at the top 3 cards so we get to see 2 unknown. We will leave it like so. Draw a card off Ponder.
I'll fetch here. Could be your end step.
Yep.
Not sure what that land is. One of the new ones that had.
No, it's just Triumph, right?
Oh, it's Triumph. Okay, and then we'll put a Misstep to the bin. Drop a Barraglyph.
Yep. So you activate Grist as well.
Yep.
And then Baraghoth is still on the stack, I'm going to counterspell it. It's a big boy, very push card that every deck in black sees.
Okay, we're gonna spell pierce your counterspell. You have 2 mana, which you'll pay, and then we're gonna daze as well on top of that.
Yeah, I don't have 3 mana spare, so unfortunately the Baraghoth will resolve. Go to my turn, I'll draw. Play a Deadpool, which is a decent answer to the Baraghoth if it resolves. So, yep, I choose Baraghoth. Now, Baraghoth has no text besides it'll bolt you every turn, and it has the ability of pay 3, sacrifice it, and when it dies, I get to draw a card.
Okay, so I'll sack it to Grist, down ticking, destroying the Deadpool. Get that out here, and then we'll just go beats with our 1 remaining pest and pass with all of our lands untapped again.
Yeah, so I'm on 15. Slow, grindy game. I draw and just pass.
Okay, I'm gonna mill with Grist, mill a land here, continue the beats with my pest, and pass with 5 mana untapped and a revealed Force of Will.
Yeah, slowly getting pumped by these 1/1 armies. So I go to 14. Now I cling to dust, exiling 5 cards, escaping it, so I draw a card. I don't want to gain 3 life yet. My life total isn't under too much pressure. So I'm going to start with an Inquisition of Kozilek. So we see a Leovold, a Troll, a Force of Will, and an Infernal Grasp. We choose the Leovold.
Pretty good. Leovold was gonna get some more cards. Also pitches to Force.
And then we'll play a Baraghoth of our own.
We're gonna force that right now because better hard casting than pitching 2 cards when you're low on cards. Got our turn. We'll draw. Go to combat. 2 pests coming in. Crystal Mill. A consign to memory.
I lose focus.
Lose focus. I don't know my counter spells well enough. And make another pest.
Yeah, alright, so the clock is getting closer.
Alright, in second main phase we also found an Oko, so we're going to drop an Oko, turn our pest into a 3/3.
Alright, 3/3 elk. Alright, the clock just got even quicker. So now we play a Quarry Steelcutter, changing our mana. That's fine. Using our black mana, fiddling around with it. What are we doing? Playing with our hand. Reanimate. So we reanimate. What's our target? We get a trigger. Quarry Steelcutter. We reanimate the Leovold, which isn't bad. So now our monks are 2/2.
Okay, you're going to also lose 3 life.
Yep. So we go to 9 here.
Getting close.
Fatal push, targeting your elk. So now we have a clear path for our monk, which is a 3/3 because of prowess. Who are we aiming at here? Probably Gris.
Garista's removal, we'll take it out. Okay, I'm going to, in response, Infernal Grasp my own Leovold here.
Yep, so we get a trigger, we get a draw a card, couldn't save the Leovold, kill the Gris, and that's all our actions we can take on our turn. Pass go.
Pass with Quarry Steelcutter up. Alrighty, we have an Abrupt Decay, which we'll target Quarry Steelcutter with.
Okay.
So now the board is just my Oko, 2 pests, and your monk. I'm going to turn one of them into an elk.
Yeah,
go to combat.
Yep, take another 3, we go to 6. So
and I'm going to leave 1 pest to block.
Play a land, and our hand is a Mental Misstep and a Force of Negation, so it's not looking good for us. We have very reactive cards. We've already resolved the material on the board, which is no good. It's looking dire. We're going to escape our Cling to Dust. I believe we're cycling. Yep, not desperate enough to gain 3 life yet. And then we're just swinging in with our 2/2 monk, which will be blocked by the 1/1 insect. And then we will delve away these cards here to play a Tasker, a 4/5. So hopefully this is enough creatures on the board to store the attacks.
Okay, Oko will start by turning Tasker into a food. Then I will play a hard cast, a Troll of Khazad-dûm.
So
pass you.
Tasca is actually an elk, not a food. But
Tasca's an elk.
but that's enough of that game. We've seen enough. Oko just took over. We can't outrun an Oko. Like that's it. So we go to game 2. I'm gonna start here by fetching a underground sea and ponder. So we go to 19. We like what we see. Leave it as so. Draw off ponder, and we will pass the turn.
Mirror that, but with a basic island into a ponder. Have a look. We also like our top 3, so we'll put it back and draw a card pass.
We'll play a Badlands into a Psychic Frog, which is banned in Legacy. Legacy Menace, that one.
It's pretty good. Okay, we've got a fetch land here. Fetch immediately. Hopefully we'll play an answer to Psychic Frog. It's going to be an Emperor of Bones, not quite.
So we're sitting across from 2 basics. Now, as a Grixis player, when you see people fetching up basics, we are very scared of back to basics. But there's no way he's playing back to basics, right? No way. Not in a 3-color deck. And we'll just move to combat. We'll play. They declare no blocks, so we get a draw a card. Beautiful. That's what we want.
We'll go out and play a Triome here. Sultai Triome. We'll exile a card out of graveyard from Emperor of Bones, and then we'll go to beats for 2.
Yeah, go to 17. So go to my turn. At the end of your turn, I'm going to crack this land here. Surveil Lone Revealed. Oh, sorry. Cycle Lone Revealed, firing a Mystic Sank.
Or cutting, searching twice at the same time.
Go to beats.
Okay.
Discard this land. Grow the
I got a 17.
Draw a card.
Ooh, I got a 16.
Play a land. Looks like we're very flooded here, but that's okay.
Alrighty, this Emperor of Bones.
Cards.
Gotta keep exiling, and it will keep going in for 2.
Yeah, go to 14. Go to 14.
Okay, I got 3 mana. I'll drop my Leovold here.
Which will be met with a Red Blast.
It's unfortunate. We'll pass the turn. Could not protect it.
Yep, and then we're just going to heat this Emperor of Bones. I think it's eaten enough of our cards. Go to our turn. We shall draw our card. Do we play this Mystic Sank? Yep, we'll play the Mystic Sank. Put Red Blast back on top of our library. Dash a Ragavan. And we're coming in. We're coming in for 4. Draw a card. So we have Red Blast. Yep, so we have Red Blast in our hand. When we make a treasure, exile your Mental Misstep. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Pass the turn, Ragavan, and it goes back to our hand.
It's pretty good. A cycle a Troll at the end of turn, and then we will go to ours. For 3 mana, we'll drop a Barragoyf. See what your Red Elemental Blast can do about that.
Yeah, okay, Barragoyf is a very good threat. See what we do. So we can exile our graveyard, which will hopefully shrink the Barragoyf. Give it flying, come in for 2. No, we discard 2 lands, so come in for 4 instead.
I got an 8 here.
Yep, and then we'll draw a card. We'll play a DRC. Fiddling around with our cards, and we're just going to pass the turn. Your go.
It's starting to dawn on me that Psychic half well, but we're still going to go to beats here. Need to find some more cards here. Going to mill for 4, and we return a Fairy Mastermind to our hand.
Yep, so I'm going to lose 4 life, going to 10, and you gain 4, because Barragoyf has lifelink. Has a lot of text on that bad boy. Alright, so we will start our turn with a Dreams of Steel and Oil. We got a Surveil trigger. We have seen enough lands in our lifetime, so we will surveil that right into the bin.
Response, I'll flash this Fairy Mastermind in.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Fairy Mastermind has flash. But we have this Red Blast that you know about, and we have another Surveil trigger. Fiddling around with our deck. Yeah, we like it enough to stay on top. Now you've got to think about if you want to respond or not.
Okay, so we fetch. Going down to 11 here. And then we're going to show you a counter squall.
Yeah.
This is blue-black, counter target non-creature spell, and its controller will lose 2 life.
Yeah, that's pretty good in that situation. I did not play around a counter squall. We go to 8 life.
Okay, so Dreams will resolve. Spot my hand, no legal targets. Leovold is exiled from the bin. And I use Fairy Mastermind to block the Psychic Frog.
Yep, that's pretty good. Did we just play that DRC this turn? No, we didn't. Yeah, no, we didn't. Okay.
Alrighty, I'm going to play a tapped... I'm going to fetch for a tapped Shock. Go to my turn, untap and draw. Play a Stock Up. With a whole bunch of mana untapped. Look at top 5.
Yeah, Stock Up is pretty good here. Looking
So
very
3
deep.
mana remaining. Let's have a look. Keeping the best 2, bottoming the worst 3.
Alright, your hand is reloaded.
Getting some more mana. Mystic Sanctuary, putting Counter Squall back on top.
Yeah, sure.
Comes in untapped. Oh, seems like a bit of a misplay here because Barragoyf is coming in for combat and it missed that Counter Squall. Looks like I didn't want it on top after all.
Yeah.
Barragoyf also misses. Didn't quite hit a creature, and we're going to try to drown in the lock, destroying Psychic Frog.
However, I'm going to exile my graveyard to the flying ability of Psychic Frog and negate that spell.
Alrighty. Bit of a misplay. I'll drop a Tameo. Meets your misstep.
Yeah.
And I've had enough.
Yep. Alright, so we go to game
deck.
3. You're on the play here.
Just going to fetch for a Tameo. Fetch Shock for a Tameo. Pass.
Yep, sure. Go to my turn. I'm going to fetch for a Volcanic Island. I'm playing a 7-point list, so no shocking involved. Not yet anyways. Play a DRC into a Urza's Bauble. Get a Surveil trigger, which I like enough, and that stays on top.
Play a land, attack with Tameo, create a clue, and then end my turn.
Yep, so on your end step, I'm going to activate my Bauble, and I spot a Barragoyf in your hand. That menace has returned. So go to my turn, I draw off Bauble, draw for turn. I'm going to play a Tropical Island into a Carpet of Flowers.
Luckily I have the Spell Pierce in my hand just for it.
So I do have a Surveil trigger. And I'm thinking, okay, so Surveil to the top, Spell Pierce will get... No, Surveil in the bin, sorry. Spell Pierce will get the Carpet of Flowers. Thinking about if I want to do anything else, and there is nothing for me to do.
It's like that's a Tameo to the bin.
Yeah, I've got Delirium. Take 3.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Tameo for Delirium.
Yeah, in second main I just drop a Ragavan. Your go.
Okay, on your end step I'm going to fetch for a Surveil land. Bin a Deathright Shaman. Okay, go to my turn. Untap and... Have a think here. Okay, we need an island cycle. This Lauren's revealed. And with that island, we're going to Abrupt Decay your Ragavan.
Yeah, can't be countered, sadly.
Gonna be a choke.
Yep, that will die. You attack with Tameo, you get a clue. Go to my turn. I'll draw. I'll start with Ponder, Surveil trigger. Do I want this to be part of the Ponder? Yes, I do. So let's have a look at the top 3. Let's rearrange it like so. Draw. I believe that was a Barragoyf that's in my hand. And I'll move to combat. Come in for 3.
I believe I'm on 8 now. We'll go to my turn. Getting a bit low. We'll try to cast a Barragoyf that you know about into your 2 untapped mana.
Yeah, Barragoyf is pretty good. On the stack, I guess I'll have a Surveil. And I believe it resolves. No, I Surveil in the bin, yes, and that does resolve. Okay, go to my turn. I will play Mystic Sank, put back Pond on top of my library, coming in for 3, which you will find you block with Cameo. I'll tap 4, play Deadpool, which is a natural predator to Barragoth. Now Barragoth will have no abilities.
Yeah, it looks like Deadpool's lined up with Barragoth 3 times, once in each match.
And it looks like this blue mirror has gone to turns, so you have turn 1.
Okay. Gonna ponder here, found a land, and then we're just gonna pass.
Alright, go to my turn. I'll draw. This is turn 2. We will take more actions here by pondering. Surveil. We'll bin the Strix. That is not going to help us win within 3 turns. Rearrange our cards like so. Move to combat, coming for 3.
I think we're going in. We're going down to 5 here. Getting pretty low.
So we can win. We're going to play Barragoth.
And then we will sack our Barragoth at the end of your turn.
Yeah, sure. So you don't get bolted in your upkeep, unfortunately. But I do get to draw a card.
Alrighty, we're gonna start with a Worldly Tutor in upkeep. Finding Metamorphosis Fanatic.
Yeah, that's good. That is good.
Okay, draw a card, Miracle our Fanatic, bringing back Barragoth.
That is very good.
With a lifelink counter, and then we'll also Fatal Push your DRC.
Yeah, that was the flyer that I hoped would get through on my last turn of the game. That's unfortunate. Alright, so this is my last turn. Let's see if we can do anything. We're going to start with Corey Steelcutter into a bauble. Let's make a monk. Let's crack the bauble. Have a look at your top card. So we'll have access to that on your turn. But we don't have access to it now. We have 3 mana. We'll play a tapped land. And we're just going to pass the turn. And we'll draw a counter spell.
Okay, go our turn, and nothing. We can't close the game out, so we'll take the draw.
Yep, and we'll just go to time there. So, what do you think about that suite of games, Billy?
Yeah, it was very grindy, all 3 games. I think the game that I won, I had 2 Super Friends out. One of them banned in Legacy or Vintage formats. Just that good. Also banned in Commander.
Yep, I believe you're referring to Oko. I don't believe Oko is banned in Commander, unless they change the rules. Oko isn't banned in Vintage. I think he's restricted. But he is banned in Legacy. The game that I won, I think, well, Grixis just did Grixis things. We got a threat on board and we just defended our threat. Game 3, I believe I was in a winning position until you Worldly Tutored, which you might have had in hand the whole time, which was very well played by you. And yet again, we had Metamorphosis Fanatic, which is a commander card, being miracled for another commander card in Barragoth. So what do you think about these commander cards in our format?
It's quite the threat, and for 0 points as well, Worldly Tutor doesn't cost anything, neither does Barragoth or Metamorphosis Fanatic. And these seem to be auto-includes because for 2 mana, it gives you too much advantage.
Well, it's 3 mana in total, right? With the Worldly Tutor. And you do need... Well, it's a 1-card combo, right? You only need the Worldly Tutor. And you need a creature in the graveyard. I guess pointing Metamorphic Fanatic isn't fair because if you have it in hand, it's pretty poo. It's pretty...
It can be a dead card, yes.
So,
yeah, it ain't great in hand.
Yeah, it's not good in hand, but it's like any miracle card. Once you miracle it, it feels pretty good, but when you set up the miracle through a tutor, it feels like you're cheating a bit.
Yep. Psychic Frog. Great showing. Just like Ragavan, once it comes down early and it's not dealt with, it can win the game.
Yes, you're absolutely correct there. So I was mana flooded there. It's land flooded. Yet I turned that mana into useful material in the form of +1/+1 counters, which increased the clock so I could close out the game on Psychic Frog. So that was a good card. And its ability to exile cards from my graveyard allowed me to dodge a removal spell in the form of Drown in the Lock. And that's what got me the win in game 2.
Yep, that was a sweet play. Psychic Frog protecting itself from Drown in the Lock. But I suppose because you're exiling 3 and Psychic Frog's CMC is 2, the stars have to align just a touch.
Yeah, and also another thing to note is I probably didn't deal as much damage to win the game just because you're on an 8-point list, and as we know, once you're playing an 8-point list and you have a 3-color mana base, you're essentially starting on sub 15 life. Yeah, let's say 14 life. So it's you just got to question, is that 6 life worth the extra point? But it is a budget friendly option, so we do welcome it. Anything else?
It's frozen? Oh, pause. No, that's good. That's good. I reckon you could have let the video play a little longer though.
Yeah, no, I realized. Yeah, but then I realized it's on its phone and it was bad. No, but like you gotta close it out a bit better. You can't just let it in silence like we can at the start.
I just don't know what to say. I know I need to, but I don't know what to say.